in there. Welcome to Conversations with Chan today. I am here with Stephenetta. Like, okay, listen, y'all.
What do you do?
She made y'all know how I get when I meet new people and I'm all excited because when I'm introduced to y'all, that's when I'm being introduced to them, and then I look at all the amazing things that she has done and can't nobody say, "Hey, girl."
Hey girl, hey, how you doing, boo thing?
Yes. Can you please, because I'm all giggly. Can you please introduce yourself to the
Well,
folks today?
I'm
Yeah.
is me. I'm is me.
Yeah.
I, I'm is me. No. I'm a nut. I'm sorry. No, honestly, I used to hate the introduction piece. I'd be like, I'm me. That's it.
That's it.
Well, hey, all, hey. My name is Stephenetta Harmon. I have both names because I don't know what world you met me in. Because I also used to perform in art and stuff like that. And then I'm also editorial chick and a developer. In a nutshell, I am a Black beauty director who creates platforms celebrating and amplifying Black beauty voices. And that's entrepreneurs, brands, businesses. And of course, there's going to be a dog barking. I hope y'all can't hear this outside. And my goal is really just to amplify our voices, to make us seen, make us visual, make us heard. I worked 6 years, 5 years as the sole digital editor for hypehair.com, for Hypehair magazine, folks who may or may not know that. Prior to that, I've worked in all sorts of industries that were digital, media, and editorial based. That includes Vibe, Uptown, the Minnesota Spokesman Recorder. I was there for a year and a half as the editor in chief. And I mean, some other places too. So, I mean, I've been Black since been Black since been Black, and been working in Black spaces since been Black since been Black.
Yeah.
Um, and my newest thing that I built is Sadiaa.com, which is a Black beauty directory, resource, and news portal, again, to amplify Black voices. So it's a searchable directory. It ain't just a list, built pre-pandemic, so I'm not on a trend. In fact, I couldn't get folks to even want to say they were Black owned when I started building this. And now I'm just telling stories. I recently left Hype Hair, like literally last month, a week or two ago, and so this is where I need to focus my energies into something that is building platforms that are created and owned by us and celebrating us in our ownership. So that's where I'm at.
Listen, y'all.
I hope that was enough. It wasn't too
That
long.
was
Sorry.
that was because for me, like I will say this, I get it. This 2020 was the year of I'm gonna be pro Black.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
but at the same time, like, listen, there's foot soldiers that have been on the ground trying to get y'all on the pride, the getting you all to understand how important it is to have pride in your business and who you are for years. For plenty of years. And it's always been, I don't want to be seen in the front because I don't want them to, they know you Black. Look at your name comes up. I'm sorry. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? You got to list your name somewhere.
But it goes both ways. See, one part is I can understand why certain businesses don't want it to be seen as Black though, because there's a brand that I recently reconnected with, and she was talking about how she was on Good Day or Good Morning America, one of them GMA shows, right? She
Mm-hmm.
Black, veteran and everything. Everybody was buying her products, and then they saw, because you know how folks do, they showed all the other people but didn't show her face, only showed her product. Her
Right.
product sold out. And then they found out she was Black. And then now white folks is mad at her, saying that she misled them. And then now her products don't work for them all of a sudden. And that's not, so you have that one. Yes, we do. There is this
They still want to be oppressed so bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
look, but I'm just saying, like, if it's not mainstream visuals, you know what I'm talking about,
Yes, that's
commercial
so
wise,
Black.
they
Mhm.
think it don't even work for them. And on the other side of that, we have a community of Black folks that's like, this is why I don't work with Black people, because of this and that. Now, a white person could do the same thing, like don't return your stuff on time or whatever it is. We are more willing to forgive mainstream, aka white or majority, but we are less forgiving of our own. You know what I mean? And I think that's
Oh,
that. So you have this balance of, I want my coins because I don't only want to promote and market to the Black community, because let's be clear, there's only 13% of us in this population. And
right.
then the other is, when I do come to my Black folk, y'all be acting funny.
Y'all
And
don't
then on
pay full
third,
price.
people find out certain things are Black owned, and they were like, "Oh snap! I didn't know bread was Black owned. oh snap, I didn't know such and such was black owned.
That
You know,
water black owned? I can't drink that. It's water. Listen,
there are some good black owned water companies
they
too.
are. There's one in Philly that my
Mhm.
sister's gonna send me some. She goes, that water good. I said, I want some. I'll take it. Like I am pro good customer service.
Thank you. That's exactly what it is. Pro good customer service. Give
Right.
it to us right, and we
That,
be on it.
that's all I want. Like, and this is where I tell people all the time: you could rep black on all day, but that does not give you carte blanche to be mean, spiteful, price gouging, all of these things. That doesn't give you that right to do. There shouldn't be a black tax on a black owned product. We already, Father
Look,
God.
they just giving you the tax. They got mine. Look, and I get it. There's some parts I get. We don't have the same buying power. Not buying power. Let me not say that.
Access.
We get the same access, but the same financial cap. We don't have the same capital to buy the quantities to get those lower prices.
Correct. We don't. And then most of us are bootstrapping to get where we working 2-3 jobs to fund our dreams. And
Mhm.
you gotta be with somebody that you don't want to be with because they pay the bills and they can allow you to do your dream and stuff. But you love them, but then you don't like them. And there's a lot of scenarios. You gotta deal with your mama coming in your room at 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday because she want to clean, and you gotta go with it because
Come on, lift your feet up, baby. Lift your feet up.
I'm a vacuum. Like, Mama, it's 3 o'clock. I don't care. The bird is chirping, so I'm clean. No, okay, man. Okay, yes, ma'am. You ain't got no choice but to deal with it because you
Mhm.
don't have we weren't afforded the generational wealth to create the
Oh, the
entrepreneurs,
access.
and we didn't have nothing.
What is it? 0.000 something percent of Black women are funded, even though we are the largest and or the fastest growing entrepreneurship demographic.
It's
The fastest.
it's
We
ridiculous the fact of what we have to do to make our dreams come true. Like, we gotta save the country, then we gotta save other people babies, and then we gotta come over here and feed everybody. We gotta starve, break down, walk
Mhm.
over. We can't be crying because we're not weak now, and like we gotta do
And you
all
can't
this
be mad because you
because then
can't be
you're
that
aggressive.
Black woman either.
What you mad for? Did you not see what I just did? And then like that is sorry, y'all.
Then you gotta smile and step and fetch it the whole way. And then you step and fetch it. Then the Black folk mad at you. Why she always step and fetch?
To get
Man,
to pave the way for you. Think about, and this is where in the beauty industry, this is where I see so much of the fighting and the it's like what y'all all working towards the same goal. Why are you disparaging her product or his product? It, what we all can't
in
just
all the markets, there's enough room for Black folk in beauty. Less, because I know there's this misnomer that there's only room for one. We hear this too many times. There is more. How many doggone lipsticks you got? How many lipstick brands do you have in your container right now? Think about
I don't want to talk about that because I
it.
got in trouble. Like
But
literally,
you got more than one brand though, right?
y'all, I got in trouble.
And we have look, we not gonna record that. Look, but I'm just saying, there's enough room.
Yes,
We will buy from this and that, and we want to play and test because guess what? Your blue might be banging, but this one's red is even more popping, and someone else got that orange that I really wanted to try. So think
and put them all together. Then all your products is going together. So
you got to think about that. And on top of that, that's the one category that we outspend. We over index, we outspend whatever terminology you want to call it. We outspend 9-1 in ethnic hair care. 9-1.
it,
Overall, we outspend over everything. And Black women, Nielsen reports what Nielsen said, because they doing reports on us. There's real money there.
yep.
Nielsen has reported that we Black women are the influencers. We are the trendsetters for the whole global economy.
Remember them
Let's talk about
cornrows,
that.
them boxer braids. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there because I was so angry. Like boxer braids, those is cornrows, girl. What did you talk?
Corn rows, corn rows, like all up in corn rows.
Right,
Like
these is straight backs, so we can put the wig in and lay down right. Like,
I actually wrote an article about that. I was so tight. And they were like, look, I'm in the beauty space talking about supposed to be talking about hair products. And I'm like, today we're gonna be political, y'all. They got me messed up.
hello, I must say I may not know a lot about hair. I may not know a lot about beauty and stuff, but I know what products I buy, a lot of them, because you never know what's gonna work. So let me have all of them. Shoot. And my daughter, my son, even my sons have hair care products.
And they
So
probably begged for that sponge too.
they got that. He got that.
See?
And he got his oils. Both of my
Mhm.
sons got their oils. They got they stuff the brush. They got different brushes. I listen.
Yeah, I used to hook my ex's sons up with stuff. I remember that. And
See,
look, and my guy now, same thing. He's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Just take it.
just try it. It's
Just
something,
take
you
it.
know.
Just take it."
I just think that even like we have this whole thing, like we are the trendsetters. Recognize that, people. Like, listen, if we can do one thing, like we could probably come up with something that we all know it does not look good and be messy, and I bet you they'll copy it. It'll be
Let's
a
be real. If Rihanna tomorrow came out rocking burlap bags,
that'll be another
everybody
person
rocking
trend.
them. I might even be like, "So how do I cut this again?"
She's gonna get how many inches? How many yards of burlap again? Rihanna, post it in the comments, girl.
Drop a comment. Why you got us out here looking crank? Like serious.
Which burlap is it? The rough one? How we make it soft like you got it? We will ask these questions because it's Rihanna. Come on now.
Because she's the realest of those celebrities that we see. Like she will come up there talking about let's do just last week or earlier this week, she did a whole skin tutorial. This chick just came up with no makeup, like here I go.
And we
And
all
this is what I do. And I was like, oh, maybe I do. I don't even, but maybe I do want some makeup.
lip gloss and for no reason. Like it,
For
it,
no reason.
it showed up in my news feed and I got a text message and an email. So I guess that meant she told me to buy it because she had contacted me so many times.
Take all my coins. No, but honestly, but she is like, there's the Rihanna effect and all that. She is indicative of Black women in general when it comes to beauty. They look at us, in general, they will market things to us because we buy even when it's not marketed towards us. It'd be a white woman with blonde hair, blue eyes, and that might be what I need
We
too
will
because we
find what.
actually read it. We'll actually read a product
Yep.
and figure it out because doggone it ain't nothing been marketed to us. But thank you, Rihanna and Fenty, for coming through and like, yo, we gonna make y'all talk to us. That was what was so great about her. She talked to us. She
She's
wasn't the first one to have 40 shades.
no.
Sephora Ben had 40 shades. Cover FX Ben had 40 shades. There were two other Black beauty brands who I'm so sorry I can't remember y'all names right now had 40 shades.
Wait, one of them was on the Real Housewives of Potomac. She had a bunch of shades too.
It
Remember
wasn't 40 though. But
what colors?
I'm gonna look that up while we talking because I can't remember the white names and then not remember the Black names. But what I'm saying is
You got
we had them, but nobody was putting us in major campaigns. So she could pull up with gap teeth, with older women, thicker women. Come on now.
auntie on there.
Yup, yeah, your auntie, your cousin, your
Auntie
sister.
Lunel was on there. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
You get what I'm saying? So we got to see us in beauty, and it was like somebody finally recognized us. That's why we still following her now, because somebody recognized us. And that's
Yep.
what we have to continue to do for ourselves. Celebrating our beauty shouldn't be an event or an occasion. I can't wait till Sadiaa Black Beauty Guide is just Sadiaa.
Right.
Because you
I don't want to ever call it Black Beauty Guide because we use products from everywhere, not just Black owned products. Like
Mhm.
there's I never like going to Sephora or Ulta or any of those stores because
Mhm.
it was so overwhelming for me. I'm a lip. I done glue my eyes shut because try to do lashes. Listen, that is not my ministry. I can do a bomb lip and put some mascara on and do this to my eyebrows because I'm not a draw. I can't draw worth a damn. So it ain't gonna
Mm,
be no Nike checks or dark green duck wings on my eyes. So therefore, I'm gonna leave that to the professionals that could do the, the yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Those
look,
people.
I
Um,
learned how to put my eyelashes on from a drag queen when I was doing a play.
I
That was the best.
I need to go over there because I was trying to be cute one day and it didn't work out. I thought I was
It,
blind
it said it
forever.
didn't work out.
It did because
You just walking around like this.
that was gonna be me. I was gonna be some, that actor that starred in that nice Christmas movie that got that eye. That was gonna be me. I ain't gonna say no name because you ain't gonna fight me. But you know what I'm saying. That was gonna be me. I was gonna have to live with it.
Oh, okay. All right. Just yeah, no, don't be out here. We ain't gonna say no names because I'm like, I like that movie. They had some good textured hair in there.
They
Yes,
did.
they did. What's her name? Noni, Anika Noni came out belting with her look. I was like,
First of
yes.
all, well, you know it's gonna be a good movie if she in there. It's gonna be some good singing in the movie because she gonna sing a note or two.
And then that little girl though killed it too. The little girl she had, and then she had the little. I was like, they did the right hairstyle to show. Yes, yes, we wear our hairstyles for a week. Don't get it twisted. When
Hello.
it was
When we go to grandmother house, what we do? Get our hair braided up real good
for
so
the
it
week,
lasts. Come back looking like somebody, not like anything. Somebody. And I didn't even know the dude from Key and Peele could sing.
oh right, he was like whatever the G, something you can't spell magic without the G. I was like, all right, go ahead, G.
I said, oh, he do more than comedy up and singing.
All right.
Mm-mm.
No, yeah. So look,
But
I
it's
find that hilarious.
it's in those things like where we find I, the whole beauty industry. I can say there's so many of our celebrities or influencers or whatever have
Mhm.
lashes, lash lines, bundles, um,
Yep, all of it.
lip gloss, all types of things. And you know what? What we go do? We buy them all. It could be the same white label, but we buying it all.
Because it's all yeah, it really is. We don't want to admit that to ourselves, but quite honestly, there's like only 3 or 4 hair manufacturers if you're doing synthetic hair. They say two, but I'm gonna say 3 or 4 if you're doing synthetic hair, and they supply to everybody. So
Right.
I remember there was a fire in some factory, and then like everybody had a hair shortage, and I'm like, so y'all ain't gonna got my hair though. Y'all don't.
You only
I
got it
mean,
in the back.
y'all ain't. I did. I was calling. You got the. I was living in Brooklyn at the time, so I'm sitting here like I done went to Harlem. I'm from Bed Stuy, going downtown Brooklyn, going to Harlem, taking my like. So how far up? Like in the city, y'all might could have it. Let me call real quick. So y'all got this one brand, ma'am? No, ma'am. Well, can you check in the back? Then I'm online. I done found 3 places online to order my. It was
Listen,
like
you got resourceful because it's a certain brand. Like the girl who braids my hair,
mhm.
she uses one brand, and I see why she uses that one brand because I've noticed the difference, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know what it is, but you just save it for me because I don't send me to the beauty
Yeah.
supply store because I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I'm in a conundrum now though. I got one brand that perfectly matches my hair texture, but I'm allergic to the hair. Like it's this too. So like if it's touch like because I box braid my hair, and no matter how much I soak it in the vinegar, the brand it'd be like, yo, I'm gonna break out today. And this other brand does not break me out at all, and it's black owned. New brand is called Lux by La. Um, she sent me some hair, and I put it in, and my scalp didn't itch. Do you know I
See, that's why we buy so much because we be like, oh, let me get all of this off the shelf.
and see real quick. Now I'm over here like y'all. So y'all check this out. She didn't send me here. I gave somebody a pack. Go play with this. Like it's not the texture that I would have out for this, but just for the box sprays, I was like, all right, we got something I can do, and I'm not gonna die and not be spraying my hair with some vinegar washes. Off. Okay, we
Oh
good.
Lord. But see,
But
that's
yo, that's a tip. If hair does itch you and irritate your scalp or your skin, rinse it. Well, not rinse it. Soak it for 15 minutes in apple cider vinegar, and then wash it because that
it's
takes
not gonna
breaks
take
down
it for the
the
gods or
chemicals.
something because we use it for everything.
Apple cider vinegar is the holy grail of everything. What you talking about? My daddy
That
gave me
black
20
soap,
years.
we really don't have much to go on. Like,
Apple cider vinegar, black soap, and some Castile soap, and give me some shea butter, and we good. I could go through anything. I have traveled out of the country with a spray bottle of vinegar, a thing like one of them containers that I smash my shea butter in, and some Castile soap. Been in Guadalupe in the mountains. Somebody got a mosquito bite spray. This I ain't spraying vinegar on me. Spray it.
spray it, it'll work.
Not for nothing, yo, Isis. Like I ain't been itch exactly, and they ain't come after you.
See, and where it come from? See, who had to test that but us? How
I
do we
do.
get these discussions?
Well, I'm gonna say I'm West African, so I've always had shea butter. We call it donut grease. I don't know why it's called donut grease.
I get why.
You get why it's called donut grease?
Because the color and plus, if you leave shea butter like the block of it, like I've seen a big block of it. It does
Yeah.
have does look like a block of dough for dough, and that's what it looked like to me because I'm fat, so I'm hungry all the time. So
Yeah, I never thought of that. I just been looking at it like, why we call this donut grease? Because somebody was like shea butter, and I was like, what's shea butter? Oh my God, is there something new? And they was like, oh no, we got this.
and see, this is the thing. You have history with beauty. And this is.
I really have.
I'm
I
mad
grew up
that.
in the salons.
See, I'm still terrified of hot combs. So
That whole sit still and it no pain, no beauty
yeah,
without.
and you burn my hand. No, I'm good.
Because why they put the grease there with the blue magic? Remember back and then they did it like you do realize that the grease is what burned us, right?
No, I just discovered a big jar of blue magic. Like I don't use this grease for nothing. And my better half is half Korean and black, right? He swear by blue magic. You don't even need that in your head, man.
Does it? How thick is his hair? Because I'm sitting there processing Korean and black. That sounds like some really thick hair.
It's thick, but it's the other it's Bruce Leroy texture hair.
All right, so you need to have him grow it so you could sell it. Like get him to grow it for here too.
If he would stop putting blue magic on his scalp like he's 65 years old. I'm not sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I ain't never seen nobody put the blue magic that comb it to the back. You are not that old.
That's his gel, girl. That's his gel.
He look like never mind.
Get him some old. I'm not gonna say no other names, but get him a little non-flaking gel. At least Blue Magic is cheap, but at least it's cheap. So if he's using a whole bunch, he ain't running up the beauty bill.
That blue magic been in here for 4 years. And it ain't a dent in that yet. I don't know what kind of grease that is. Does it replace itself? I don't know. Fire? I don't know. But it's been in here for years. I'm dying.
Oh my God. I get it though.
I bet you go to one of your relatives' house. I bet you that same jar of blue mag that was there when you was a kid is still there.
But ours be halfway empty, so you can see, but it's just a little bit left, so you ain't gonna throw it away because it's just a little bit.
The rest of it. You're gonna get around them edges. This. We should put on the resources on your website. Put Blue Magic as a resource. It never goes away. That and the little Royal Crown. Never mind. We're gonna leave.
No, we're not. But we're in some Dax. That stuff is killer though. It's like it's the equivalent of getting the Vaseline rubbed on your face before you go outside.
You be shiny for days.
But your face is protected. You know what? I'm gonna say this because like we talk so bad. Folks be like, "Oh my God, Vaseline is so bad for you." I went to their into their laboratories one time. I was special that day. We got to their laboratories and we were messing around with the grease and stuff, and they just showed like how waterproof, like whatever that is. And I was like, I get it, because if you have a little bit of moisture on your face and you rub that on and go outside, you can withstand any winter.
Hello.
You could withstand a fight. I get it now. While you grabbing that, keep your skin from breaking in that space, and if it do, it's sealed in. Come on.
Come on, that's the shield. That's a shield.
The shield. It's a we put like we put a film of the Vaseline over one of them strainers, pour water in it, just watch like nothing dripped out.
Wait a minute. Now somebody gonna try to go fix a leak in their car with their Vaseline watch. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but it's gonna overheat. See, the thing is, you can't let it melt, because once it melts, come on now. But I'm just saying, I was in there just like, wow, this is. I
Wowza.
ain't gonna put it on my face as much anymore, but this is still a good lip situation.
It is. Feet,
And
elbows.
your feet, wash your feet at night. Put that on. Yes.
Don't even have to go get it scaled down by the people.
With the little rake.
The little cheese grater thing. I don't even understand the point.
I was like, is that a grater, ma'am?
They don't even explain. They just pull out stuff and start using it. See this?
No, they gotta ask you now. They gotta ask you now. At least in New York, they gotta ask you now. In Dallas, I don't know. I ain't been outside since I've really been here. So
I'm gonna see about that, because I feel as if they just be doing stuff and don't tell you what's going on.
Well, they know better. They've been doing this their whole life. I'm not even for argue. You want to put what rub on my foot? Go on. I don't know nothing about it.
I like the fact that, on the website. Wait, because I'm on the website.
You going to which one? You want Sadiaa?
Yes, of course.
So for anybody's tuned in, right? We on Conversations with Chan.
No, okay, because I need for people to understand, like we're talking, you have actual written articles that help you. You actually have the 7 must-haves for the perfect press kit.
Yeah, like y'all gotta buy that now. It was free for a week. But but the idea of it's all the same. It's my that I created because I put out a note on my personal IG and said, hey, everyone, I'm looking for brands to feature.
Mm-hmm.
I got about 40 brands to hit me up in email. Only 3 of them had pictures. 5 of them gave me websites, 5 or 6, but only 3 of them had pictures and only 2 of them had a story, like a compelling story. Other people were like, yo, I saw this post. I want to be featured.
For what? See that right there, I'll respond for what?
So what I'm doing now is next week on Monday, I'm going to just drop a little thing like, here are 5 free tips for y'all. Before you hit somebody up, this is what y'all need. And one of them is a media kit, right? And so because I'm telling people they need a press kit, I don't necessarily want to create your press kit anymore because everybody can't afford me, but here are some tips. And for the person who has that, this is how they can pull it together. But so here's some free tips. But I also put resources and articles all through here. So because I'm a writer, I've been writing for 20 something years. And my thing is, it's not just the directory, because the directory is for us to find us, right? But even once you find us, you want to know about us. And we don't have I want this directory to be searchable. So if you're in, what Virginia are you? Choctaw?
I'm Stafford. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm in the back. I'm in
Stafford. So my goal is by next week, because I don't know if I have anything close to Stafford. By next week, though, I'm gonna keep looking.
I do. I have a list of the ones that are here.
You could pull up. But what if you were new? You could pull up and go like, look, let me pull up in here and see who's close to me. So then I'd find a beauty supply store. Oh, but I'm looking for hair care. Here's some hair care brands. I'm looking for someone who specializes in vegan brands. Here's that. So I have like this free listing that gives you this overall situation. And for some other folks, they can pay, a few dollars and get more categories added to, so it can be drilled down.
Investing in your business, y'all. It ain't like it's $1 million. Like if you,
I'm not even charging, because somebody was like, you need to charge $100 a month. I was like, for what?
Listen,
that's not realistic.
No, because people pay $250 for a post that only lasts 24 hours, but we're not going to talk about that.
I'm not going to talk about that, but I'm also wanting to create opportunities for brands who, let's be real, have not thought that marketing and PR are line items in their budget.
Thank you so much.
And so let me get to a place. I have 1,000 businesses on here now. Let's get to 10, 2,000, 5,000. I actually have like 2,000 on my computer I got to get in here. But the idea is, let's create this community of us. Let's create this platform that we can connect. And I get that people are on Facebook groups. I get that we have IG, but I want to own the platform that we connect with. Because I've seen too many people lose their Facebook platforms. I've seen too many people lose their IG profiles. And that's great. So let me figure out how we connect. Let me push back out information. Here's a place, because then a lot of brands are looking for PR. They've never gotten someone to actually write about them.
Let me tell you about that, the whole thing about PR, and because I had someone argue with me in my inbox
Oh, you ready to
about
slap box?
it was, yeah, because it was basically, well, I had a PR person take my money and there's no magical pool where all the PR funds goes to, okay, that everybody just pulls from, and because this one did you dirty, the money goes back and I gotta go get it from there, because it doesn't work like that. And not everybody, because I'm a business consultant first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Public relations just became a problem with me explaining to my clients, this is what you have to do to get that recognition. So stop going out here saying I need PR, and this person gives you a list of things that they can do and you're not ready.
Never ready.
You know,
My first thing I start out with, I'm gonna just say this now. The first kit thing in my book is, do you have images? If you don't have images, we're not talking.
that are not selfies or pictures of a Polaroid that somebody took that you thought you was cute in. I'm sorry.
Where I can see your ring light in your eyes.
I'm so angry because it boils.
So that's a freebie, y'all, right there. That's the number one item in any press kit is your images. And I'm not just talking about your face, your products.
Your products, any pictures of media that you like, snapshot of your lookbook of media clippings that you've had before. Something. What?
That's a fight. It's so much of a fight that I have a hairstylist. She's a celebrity hairstylist friend, right? She has a course on how to level up your portfolio because people's photos ain't good. So she's teaching classes right now on like how to, how to become a celebrity hairstylist, how the things you need, because you got to do textures and all that. Her name is when they ever do a name drop real quick. But like, I told her, hey, tell your people who you got. If they got good stuff, send them to me and I'll publish them. I'll put them in somebody's gallery portfolio, especially because, right before I quit Hype Hair, that's the number one spot.
I wanted to be in there so bad. With somebody doing my hair, I wanted to be in there so bad.
You got a good picture? Send it to me.
Literally, I'm about to see what I got because I took some.
Look, because I would do roundups. I would do 10 box braid looks to rock. Because it doesn't just have to be when you think about Hype Hair Old School magazine, right? When it would be I called it the Jolly Rancher backgrounds. Be bright red, green, orange behind you. Somebody's like,
that's how you know it was done. And you look for the salon name who did it. See,
I got some old ones with my aunties in them. But seriously, I was like, yo, I told them
that's how you know you made it though.
That's how you made it. Folks would pull out their stuff like, yo, I was in Hype Hair in 19 Jesus. Okay.
I am somebody, okay? Hello?
Somebody picked me
out and said, I want this.
And that's how it did. But so now when I went back in there, so for 5 years, me and I had a contributor and we would kill it and we would just do, okay, that's great. But now that you want box braids, here's 11 ways to rock them box braids so you don't look crazy. You know how you could do an up, a down, a knotted, some things, just something that's twisted up. And so that's what I was looking for. Okay, so people, I don't expect them to give me gallery portfolio, this artist story photos, but can you just give me something that I can include in a roundup? Girl, no, 2 of them.
I don't like that. Because I've gotten to the point now, see, this is where I think where your website comes into play. Because one, it's a resource. Mm-hmm. 2, it's a resource. 3, seriously, 3, it's an actual place that people can go to. It's everything all in one. There's news, you got features, you got events, you got the directory. So there's
And
no.
I got grants. When people send grant information to me, I gotta drop some grants.
I saw
There's
that.
choices.
I see a lot of
I have a few more to add up on here. So like you want to come through and check it. Like it's a directory first and foremost. So you do want to be on here. You want to be listed. You want your SEO to pop a little bit more. But you also want to be able to come back and say like, oh, this so-and-so here, I talked to 3 hairstylists. I talked to what she got the flaxseed hair bonnet. She make $1 million annually on flaxseed bonnets. What the hell?
I'm in love with that. Like that makes me happy right there. So and it's like because I got my client, she's a celebrity hairstylist as well. She does Real Housewives and for the Forbes reporters and stuff. And
Okay.
I'm looking at what she does, and I'm like, first of all, I would be done mess somebody hair up, but hey, you got the talent. I don't. She did a lace front for me for the first time, and I went back to work, right? And they didn't know it wasn't on my hair.
Girl, how did it grow like that? Oh, that is so nice.
You didn't look like this. Like, mind you, my hair was short as I don't know what the day before. Oh, is this your hair straightened? My hair was straight. Yep. Okay.
Don't feel bad. I look, I'm gonna tell you this. I lived in Minnesota for a little bit. I grew up part of my life there, and
Minnesota.
I told them kids in school. I remember being 6th grade, and I told them kids like oh my God, how'd your hair grow so long? And I said, like how they have Miracle Grow for plants.
I can't.
They have Black people too.
You didn't tell them churn that.
I did.
You done messed them churn up for like them people. They in St. Olaf thinking they gonna put Miracle Grow in their hair because you was over there with Rose Darling and from the what I'm talking about. You was up there over in St. Olaf scaring them kids. See, you ain't right.
I was the only Black person in the damn class. What you mean?
In St. Olaf, they ain't never seen no Black person.
It wasn't St. Olaf, but it was real close. It felt like it.
I bet you was across the street.
Black people for real there at all. I went from being in the school with all Black folk to just being like one of two and looking at them and they looking at me because I'm African and they confused. And I'm like, but I'm Black. I thought we was all Black.
First of all, you not the kind of Black they know.
Okay. Because I had cornrows when people weren't wearing cornrows. Be clear. These cornrows is cute now. They weren't cute when I was in 6th grade. Like, what is that?
And you set the trend. I bet you next year somebody came in there trying to rock a cornrow.
It was a little bit. Now they were still in pigtails and plaits because I remember begging for a relaxer in 8th grade because I was the only one that had braids, and I'm just like, wow. And now the things that I got teased for, everybody got some kind of Kunta Kinte cloth, some sort of Ankara fabric, some kind of something.
And this is where, and I love the fact that. I can't. You need to write. You're gonna have to write about your experiences. Picture this 19 whatever.
I just say 19 oh Jesus. We just
in the
90s. In the 90s,
I don't want to talk. Look, because I don't want
to see exactly 19 oh Jesus. 19 oh Jesus.
Because I know there were some hairstyles that I would never do again because there was too much pump it up, hairpins, and sleeping upright for me. I was done.
I burned my bangs out. I remember that with the pump it up, and my mama had hot tools, and I went to just curl the front.
You can't do that with pump it up in your hair. Gone.
Well, I didn't know that then. It burned, it sizzled, and it was brown, and it was gone. Just right in the front too. Because remember how you would do one of these going this way and one of these? Why did we do that?
I don't know. We was just up here being creative and arts and crafts stuff.
I blame Saved by the Bell for that, but
we tried. Ninja Turtle had us out here looking crazy. Okay, daggone Voorhees. I love the fact that we have. See how we laugh, we reminisce. Because those are significant milestones in our lives. We're connected with our beauty products.
I tell folks it's sacrilegious, but wherever 2 or more Black women are gathered, we gonna talk hair.
Hello, and you gonna smell the Shea Butter or cocoa butter.
The butters, girl, and they got all these new butters. Don't you feel left out? Like, when did mango butter become like a thing?
I was just about to ask you about that. When did I love a good mango, but when did it become a butter?
The butter. Girl, the butters be out here. And I was like, y'all, when did all these butters become like things? They just like, okay, they got this butter. And I was like, wait, can y'all send me this? I'm ordering butters. I have no reason ordering at this point, just because I want to see what the butters are. And then I'm asking, like, you all your mama, like, how come we didn't have this butter? What kind of butter this so? But I'm like, but how come we didn't have, I want the other butters. Yo, but yeah,
they put us with one, you had that one, I'm telling you, that one tub, that's it, you good. That's it.
And I grew up, so Shea Butter, like y'all get it, like at least in New York, it be coming in these tubes and they're orangish yellow, really,
Yep.
really. Ours weren't that color, right? Ours are more of a, well, this, don't talk about me. I always keep a little bit of some
You
butter
got
with me.
to.
This is some cocoa butter right here. But my Shea Butter is pretty much this color as well, and it has a nuttier smell. And we would get it from back home, and I don't know if somebody came with a big tub of it, some kind of gallon situation, but almost every house had like a jar, and it was like chunks, just chunks.
Take it out.
And then they would put that on you, and they would rub that on you if you were sick. So you were sick, they would get the Vicks and the donut grease, and they rub that on you and rub it all over you. I thought Shea Butter I thought it was magic. I didn't know it was just oil.
It is magic, because let me tell you, if you ever had a home, put it on your chest and then they put a warm towel on and you just supposed to breathe deep. Okay, listen, first of all, you're not no doctor, but okay.
They would take the donut grease, it would be in a thing, and it always had a little smell to it. It don't smell like the ones that's in those tubs. I'm just gonna be honest, it don't smell like that. Mine was much more of a nuttier smell.
Because it was
and that's the one I get.
That's real.
And they just it'd be sitting on, and you look at it every time, and you know if they rub that on you, it was because it was night and it was really cold outside, and so you just get out the shower and they rub it, and now you smell like that. And then they have it was not sexy.
It's a different kind of ashiness, okay? When winter, it's a different ashiness.
And that's when they saved it for the winter time. You got out the shower, your mother rubbed you down, all on your elbows and your knees. And I'm telling you, it's a different.
Do it when you feel a little damp.
Yes. You gotta lock in that moisture. That's what look. That's the key to moisture, is locking in water. Oil, y'all, is not moisture. If you are thirsty, you are not going to go drink a cup of oil. No. You need the water.
And you know what's crazy? I bet you anybody who listens to this is gonna realize, they're gonna be like, yup. Because it's those unspoken things that these rituals, these rites and passages that we have, that we can identify with. And I know people don't really want to say I'm a Black-owned business, but if you can leave that sort of an impression that takes you back to your childhood, where you know, and you just have to laugh because it's like, dang, you know what, that did happen. That's the connection you have to have with your brand. And to me, having access to other brands that, you know, that can feed that is perfect. And I love the fact when I did a little search, right, on the website.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all go to SADIAA.com, right? Mm-hmm. When I tell you the search function is perfect.
It works. I'll be working
I didn't even know we had a Lashes boutique in Fredericksburg, 8.7 miles away. Envy Us Beauty Supply, the one in Alexandria, I've seen them. The one in Vienna, I've seen them.
Well, I'm glad.
Let me tell you about something about Sterling, Virginia. Back when I moved here back in 2000.
The 2000, oh Jesus, got you. Right. Okay.
There wasn't anything out in Sterling.
Okay.
There was, I think now house prices are 800, 900,000 for a condo. Back then they were $64,000. Okay. So the population demographic was not there, but they weren't servicing. We had to drive either to not even Arrested. We had to drive into the urban cities, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
Alexandria, Delray, stuff like that. And now I look and there's a beauty supply in Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, if y'all don't know Northern Virginia, this is Loudoun County. With a red, with not a red, the Washington football team, that's where they train at out in this area. Okay. This is, and it's right off of, I didn't even know that. The Sunoco. Okay, so I know exactly where this is at. Like,
She's
I'm
like the map, but the map pops up and even shows you where it's at. You see, I got it close. Like I got a map for you, boo.
yo, because I know exactly where this is at. There's a Home Depot. I know where that's at. Yo, like this is, listen, you, if you don't know Northern Virginia, like this is amazing that this is located near Dulles Airport. Like it's, yo, I don't know. You came with this, that you this idea was born how many, a long time ago, before it was a thing.
Yeah, I started building it in 2018. So that's the other thing. Like I'm digital media, so I built this myself. This is my baby. So this ain't no WordPress directory. You know, everybody got one of those right now. I'm not knocking folks because everybody, you know, we gotta have what we gotta have.
Five would be knocking them out in a day, but go ahead.
But it's, I mean, it's not. I build in WordPress, but it's not one of those directories. I'm connected with a company that makes directories and actually customized mine. So mine doesn't even work like how theirs do. Um,
It's it. This ain't what we used to.
and because I got tired of coming to ugly directories. If I'm selling Black Beauty, right, and I want you to be a part of our Black Beauty conversations, why you gonna come to them little ugly sites where it's just a list? I wanted to see us, and somebody was like, "Well, maybe you should get a different girl." I said, "Nah, I'm gonna get me a nice black chocolate girl with some kinky hair, and it's not gonna be me, and you're gonna feel the power of her face when you come." Because she's looking into your soul. It's a little disturbing sometimes because you be like, "Do you know me?" But she
but,
see you.
but you know why I came here? Like
Yeah.
she's gorgeous. Like
And
I love it. And then you got my girl, my hairstylist right here from Baltimore, the Key Experience. You got her right there.
okay, see, look, it's
Hey,
everybody's here, and I'm adding people daily. People can join themselves. You can join for free. Please, if you want to join for free, so I don't gotta add you personally.
like make it a point to do in your repertoire of whatever you're doing for your business. Join join the directory, because for me, I want to make sure when I step outside and I need to find something that I need for my hair, I want to make sure it's somebody, I'm supporting someone that I believe in,
Hmm.
you know. And I am thoroughly impressed and awe, because it's like, girl, so you just go, like I'm just, it's not, it's like the directories that we see everywhere else, you know, that are mainstream. This is mainstream. This is not cookie cutter. um
Like everybody got it looking the same. It's not. It's in and it's functional. That's the main piece. Is it's functional. It's functional. It's functional. I want you to be able to come here and search by it. I'm going to get more detailed as you know it goes along. But I mean, where you know, I mean, if you get into it and you just click on the directory, you can literally just type in a name. If you thought you remembered something but couldn't really remember it, but I think it was like chocolate or something, and type in chocolate, and anything that has that's gonna pop up. You know what I mean?
Even you have
Um,
tattoo artists, and that's something that I found that it's hard for me, because I have one tattoo artist that I go to that knows that our skin can take pigment.
mhm.
And this is a place where you need to be listed if you are a tattoo artist who services black
Melanin. I
melanin.
actually have two that I'm going to be adding on here that I connected with. One actually teaches. He specializes on black skin. He was actually he's a co-founder of Afropunk, and so I'm adding him to it.
Hey, you got subscription boxes. Listen, listen, y'all ain't gotta really, this is why I'm so in awe of you, because I didn't check you out before we started talking, so I
That's
discovered
all
all.
good.
I discovered all this because I'm like excited because now I'm like, yo, let me see who else I can find on here. And then I'm inboxing, why you not on here? I feel like this is what I'm going to end up the rest of my night is being petty.
Yeah.
So is there a reason why you're not listed here?
And they're just gonna say they didn't know. But his name, James Spooner. James Spooner is the one. He does tattoos and he focuses on black skin.
I
So
love
he yeah. So I'm adding him on here. I'm telling you, I have a list of about 2,000. I've been working in Black Beauty for 6 years, very specific to Black Beauty. So I have a list of folks that just need to get on here and add them. And I know some folks aren't looking for it, but I do want it to be a repository because we don't know that they exist. Did you know that there are Black owned fashion like shoemakers?
nope. Only
Like,
only reason why I know about one is because of Shell from Minority Report. That's it.
is that the so one Black owned fashion shoemaker? She's just featured. Cardi B is rocking her stuff on Billboard.
Well, can we talk about this? Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, and her name is Kiari.
See what I'm saying? Like we gonna have an influx of they gonna see us now.
They're gonna
I'm
see us.
very happy about that, but it's like, dang, we've been doing this for a long time. You should have been seeing us.
It's fine. We don't need them to see us as much as we need to see each other.
You're right.
We need to see each other and see our greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to recognize our greatness and not just put it on as another hustle. And so we have to rethink and reframe how we even talk about us as Black businesses so that it's not something that's taboo to say that you are Black owned.
You're
We
right.
want to celebrate and create those platforms. And at the same time, help elevate the ones who are coming up to the point where I can say, like, I really want to feature you, but Ma, I need some pictures. You're going to have to invest in yourself in a different way. And I'm not upset with your IG photos because that's working for you here. But if you want the bigger names to talk about you,
Gotta have
you got to get me to talk about you because they all the time ain't going to find you. And I remember this when I worked for Minnesota's Black oldest newspaper, editor in chief. I would do stories and we would assign stories. And a month later, the mainstream media was covering them, or a week later. And they didn't even know about them, but for us. So they would come scour our sites to feature. And I'm going to tell you now, as Hype Hair, when I started on that, the main Black news magazines would come, or Black online portals would come scour us to talk about them. So can you think about that? So it's like levels to this. And so you don't look at it, well, I don't want to be on this. Let me tell you very clearly. Sadiaa, right now, the numbers are pushing up there. I'm working on social media, y'all. I'm getting there. But the actual site numbers are popping. You know what I mean? And it looks professional because it is professional. It's well written because it's actual editorial background. I'm not a blogger.
right.
You know what I mean? Like I actually have a degree in English, been an editor in chief, digital editor, been copy editing since too long. You know what I mean? Like it's a thing. So you're not gonna just get that thing because somebody wrote something that's like, ooh, woo, 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 I want to be in. Mm-mm.
I love the fact that you're not a blogger. You write from an like
Editorial standpoint.
I love that because it's not quick in because there are people who hire people to write these 3, 4 sentences, put a picture in, 2 more sentences, put a picture in, link to a video, boom, article posted.
I can't do that. That's not, first of all, that's killing your SEO. Let's start there.
Yep.
But it's not real content and it's not going to be respected by general media. And I'm trying to get all my numbers up to a point that when you Google, like we pop up alongside Essence, that we pop up alongside a Pop Sugar, that we pop up alongside an Allure. Like I want to be established in that vein that we are a Black beauty voice that's
Yep.
not relegated to the sideline. And I don't want to be considered cute because I
I
got that for a long time working on other brands. It was like, oh, that's cute. You guys, and I'm like, yo, I built it and I redid it. Look at it. Oh, it's a real site. I'm like, you really just played me? Because they
see
think
that
of,
would make you want to fight though. Like and I
oh,
fight.
you right. But you get it because that's how we've been presented in Black beauty, right?
Yep.
Been presented as that. And so I also offend people when I say I can't cover this right now because I need you to have better.
I'm looking at some of the articles that you have posted. The one most recently is the feature how these hairstylists are ensuring success during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I eat that up. You want to know why? Because it's not some sugary woo, it's real business. It's
Mm-hmm.
showing
By
you,
my
you
charger.
know how to do what's necessary.
Mm.
Oh, this is making me excited. See, hey, is this a lady from Brooklyn? Yep. I talked to her. I love her.
So it's different voices, and I'm gonna continue to have these snapshots where, and it'll be a mix. It'll be a mix of, and I don't even know who to say that it's going to be a mix of, because it would be like if WWD and Essence and American or Modern Salon had a baby
You
mixed with um mixed with a sister being hype. You get what I'm saying? It's like all of those things, because everyone has a little bit of what I want, but not everything that I wanted.
right.
And there was no platform for me to have these that really highlighted and focused on us.
I'm the
Because when can I put um talk to God at the end of an article?
You can't do that.
But I can hear,
But you can do it on
because
there.
we black and we really do tap into God. So when he said that and he moved my spirit and my little goosebumps, and I was like, yes, okay, I got to put this in,
You it,
because we can't talk. I mean, we just honestly, we it alienates or whatever it is, and I have to be clear that we are not monolithic.
nope.
So I'm gonna have the very straight laced entrepreneur featured on here, because I have a whole series that's going to be dedicated just to black editors, black beauty editors and their story. Because we black beauty editors don't get featured.
They do not, and you gotta like when I tell you there's a group and
I
you are
got a list of them though. There's at least 50 that I have a list of.
and people are only jockeying for certain ones. They're not going on the whole list. They're not going down the line and looking who the byline, who's writing. They're going off of who's popular, who's showing up right now. And I'm like, y'all know there's more than one person that contributes to this magazine, right? Like y'all
And
know,
everybody
right?
ain't got time to write all them articles, but I want to do like spotlights on them, right? So
Yes,
that's a thing. And I want to do spotlights on black executives. So what's it like working when you're white in a white environment, but you're the black led person because you're the face of this black brand, even though it's not black owned. That's another political thing. Yeah,
ooh, yeah. And
that's the thing. I
it,
mean, I dealt with that with hype. It's not black owned, but it's black led. And so you have these different you have this dichotomy that you
how
really
does
it's
that work?
you but you're working on it. But there's a lot of brands like that, and we get mad at them. And so I actually did an article for hype on that too, because it was like everybody was mad. Oh my God, like Main Society ain't black owned, Shea Moisture ain't black owned. And it was like, stop it. First of all, they was both founded by black folks. The man who sold Shea Moisture sold it so he could buy Essence. Shut up.
People got to make money. See, those kind of
Man,
levels of
that's the
money
part.
moves,
That's real business, though, is to
people
make it
don't
and sell
understand.
it.
But that's why they don't understand why we could do that. Why they had to do that.
Main Society, she sold it and then created a fund
She
to
did.
help other businesses. Shut up.
That's a money move. It's power moves that are made in the other community that we've never seen because it wasn't, we never had the opportunity to do so. And they had to save Essence. Hello, we wasn't gonna have Essence no more. You wasn't
And,
gonna be down in New Orleans acting a fool no more unless somebody bought it.
and on top of that, Shea Moisture now has a whole fund for y'all. He done bought the Madam CJ Walker house. He bought the whole house and said,
Not the
I'm gonna
room.
create something.
He didn't rent it out.
He bought it and then been giving money. They've been doing $100 grants and grant programs with so many different places. It's not just one place. They team with this place, with this place, with this place.
So
And that's the conversation. So one, don't be mad when black owned sells. As long as they're continued part of it. Carol's daughter, Lisa Price, is still working up underneath them, making sure that her brand is fitting her. So be clear that we don't necessarily know what business is. Your goal is to make something and sell it. You want to get, especially if you are an idea, an innovator, you want to get onto the next thing.
And
So you
create
build it.
generational wealth. That is wealth building, people. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then look, let's get beyond that. If you're gonna be mad at products, be mad at the fact that you didn't know that your whatever pride, what I ain't gonna say all the names wasn't black owned because they never pretended to be black owned. Some of these brands been out before Madam CJ Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if they was out before Madam CJ Walker, did you really think they was black owned before Madam CJ Walker? Otherwise, they would have been in our history books.
Hello.
We would have been talking about them. You wouldn't know that, you wouldn't think that you went. So here's the thing: I braid hair too. So back in the day, people, because I worked at a little salon, they would, or beauty supply store. I want this one hair. Oh, I need this. It's the only thing that worked for me. What is it? Well, it's red. So you don't know the name of it, but it's the only product that works for you. And you know, there are two dupe companies that made something that looked just like that product. So now there's three products on the shelf that is red. You know which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You need to know what you're buying. You
Yep.
need to know what's in those products. Because let's be real, most of the products that are on the market for Black women are the most toxic in the industry.
Hello, relaxers.
Pre-puberty. I'm not even talking about just relaxers. You can't shampoos, conditioners, greases, the things that we don't even, the most toxic, like causing pre-puberty, cancer. Look, you know the talcum powder that was marketed to us.
Yep.
They knew that caused cancer for decades, since the 70s.
And it had asbestos in it. Oh, I'm like, y'all was just really had us out here being guinea pigs.
But they marketed to us as a thing to have it from childhood to adulthood. So our products are the most toxic, and they don't have products don't even have the chemicals in them. But you know whose products are the least toxic on the market if we're making them? Black folk.
Because we know what's in it. We're
using our old school traditional situations, right?
That's, I laughed when you just said that. It just made me remember my dad. There was an olive oil that he actually got, right? And I was like, why are you buying this big old thing of olive oil, right? That was what the blessed oil was. You just took it, pray over it. I'm like, what? And I was looking at the price of it.
You didn't know what that smell was?
Girl, I thought it was the blessing in the oil, okay? Leave me alone. I was a child. I didn't know no better. I thought that's what it smelled like after they had prayed over. That's how you knew it was blessed. That's why when somebody was cooking, never mind. That's a story for another day.
I didn't even know we ate with. I'm like, you cook with the olive oil? We put it in our hair.
It was some type of way. I was in school studying culinary arts, right? And the lady brushed out. I was like, you can't use
that's the blessing oil.
I was really in my feelings, like I can't. Y'all out here playing with God. I'm not with this. Like, mind you, I'm in middle school, feeling some type of way. Okay, you're not gonna play with Jesus.
You are funny. Oh, I done shook this up. Hold on. I'm about to be real black. You might have to clean this or do something real quick. I don't know what I did. Okay.
Cause we're not gonna do. You're not gonna
focus. Okay. But yo, that's been a thing. But yeah, our products are the most toxic on the market. So just getting to this place where we know what's in it, and so it's funny now that clean beauty is a thing, and
I
green
love it.
vegan, because we've been that. Most of our products already are that. And the only time they aren't that is because we got to put them on a shelf, and now we're trying to figure out how to stabilize them.
I love this because my little sister her daughter has eczema, right? Mm-hmm. So she went in the kitchen. She was cooking. She actually made up her own stuff so that her daughter could have products. Every product she bought made it worse. So she had to go in the kitchen and make something. So it's like, that's the kind of stuff that people don't understand. Like, that's the story behind your brand. And I love the fact that this site, this news outlet,
thank you,
is here for y'all to tell your story behind your brand. There could be 50 other brands out there that are similar to yours, but yours is unique. See, you just be, ooh.
But y'all got to have a story, and you have to understand what your story is. I say, what's your why? Is what I call it. Mm-hmm. It's your why. You have to know your why. You have to know your purpose, because you're not going to be motivated every day, but you can be dedicated.
Right.
And that's what's going to take to build and move. And I mean, look, I struggle with that. Like I tell people, I teach people how to do social media, but I don't do it myself. And now, since I really need to make money off it, I got to start doing it myself.
I love the thing is, and I'm looking at your interaction on Facebook and stuff. And listen, this is so beautiful to me because
Well, thank you.
there's no greater feeling of pride than seeing someone like I know what it's like to build from the ground up a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like this is exactly what needs to be shown to kids, like, especially the younger generations who think that everything is on Instagram.
Right.
Everything is a click, is a story that's on Instagram. No, there are real reasons why people have launched their businesses. There are real reasons why people have done, what they put their time and effort and blood and sweat and tears into something. And
Hmm.
you afforded us the opportunity to be able to find what we need. We could be visiting a city and put it in where we are, and we could find somewhere, because everybody know that I had a track slip somewhere and didn't have no extra hair. Who carry? You can't take them on a plane no more. Glue,
They,
nothing. Okay, so you gotta know when you get off the plane where you can go to get something for you, because they done took all our products out the bags.
Mhm.
They done throw our stuff away. You gotta get products when you get there. So why not have a place where you can get where you need to get to for that hair grease that you need, that hair glue, that little piece of track that you need to cover up your edges, whatever
Mhm.
you need, you know, to to, and I love that. And this makes me
And
warm
also
my
just
heart.
new things. Like I have an article that just has 3 Black-owned hair color companies.
I didn't even know we had them.
See, that article pulls me like 1,000 views a day. I don't even understand where these people are coming from, how they found this one article. But
Because
I'm like,
people
and
want
it's
to know, but people want to know where black owned color is, because you can't go to Sally Beauty Supply all the time and it no,
and
no.
that's literally what it is. It's 3 hair dyes, 3 Black-owned hair color companies, and it's in June, and it gets hits every day. I don't know where they coming from. We didn't know that we had Black owned. I mean, and there's sprays and other things too, but just the idea of that one, they're just like, oh, I'm like, all right. So you can get your color on, you can get your actual dye, you can get those things where they just put it on your like the hair paints
Yeah,
and all of those. And there's some Black owned ones.
and see, this is what people are missing. Like we need this information. This is much needed. I'm telling you, like, as I'm sitting up here, um kind of in a way sharing the link to people, like, first of all, I didn't see you in here, so like what do you do with your life? And I feel bad, but I don't feel bad, because somebody got to say something to y'all. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just about y'all no more. This is something that's for us. And if you're willing to pay these absorbent amounts of money for these other directories or whatever that don't get you the traction, there's no opportunities to be featured, there's no resources. It's a repository of resources for grants. It's you have
Imagine there being 10,000 businesses in here, and now we can all, like, here are 10,000 brands that we can have our own stores.
listen.
Do you understand? Like, and I'm not saying to not be in the mainstream. I totally get that. But in my utopia, I have a place that's just dedicated to us until we get to a place where we don't need it. But right now, we still need it.
We
Because
do.
let's be real. They did some research, right? So remember the pull up and shut up? And everybody was like, oh, well, we are here for it. And it was performative as F, because now it's as white as ever on those same feeds. There's no melanin, no Black, no Latina, no indigenous, no Southeast Asian. It's right back to the same cookie cutter. And the
Status
problem
quo.
is, it's not just that it's cookie cutter. I don't know why this is doing. I just feel like I got blurred all of a sudden. I'm about to be
You're
real
not
ghetto.
focused a little bit. It's okay.
Um, I'm about to be real hood and see. No, it's my lens is clean. Let me try one. I'm just like, Look,
Check
don't make
the
me.
with Zoom, make sure it'll adjust the thing. Here she go. And
Look,
that
I
worked.
did mine, so I could do that.
But it worked though. You hate when it worked though.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not. Let me look. Maybe because I put other. It might be like, oh, so you decided you should open up your internet. Maybe that's what it is. Let me close my internet. I don't know. I tried to, y'all. This is why I. This is why we.
It's
Yeah.
fine because I'm authentic with my stuff. I'm not putting on no airs or nothing. We're gonna have this conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. They just they just stopped posting us, but then we had to get to the realization that we they stopped posting us because we weren't performing well on their sites. So
Right.
it's not just that companies don't want to post us, it's that we don't perform well on sites not meant for us. And what do you do with that? It's not meant for us. And you can't change their audience. And if that's who they've been marketing to, you can't tell them to alienate the customers that have been
You can't.
giving them.
You really
that's
can't.
that's just not realistic. But what you can do is create platforms that do speak to us, so that when we do pull up, that we show up for one another. So that means we have to show up for one another.
And I love that. Like this is the ultimate beauty is what keeps us all together because we all have our stories. We all have that. So I must say, let me say this. I can't thank you enough for
Thank
talking to me
you.
today because now I'm about to be real ignorant and be flooding people inboxes right now and explaining, hello, have you heard of this? Why you ain't got it in there? Because I feel like this is, when one person finds something, we pass the news up to everybody. And
Hmm.
this is perfect for me because it's like y'all tripping. Because you have editorial pieces, you have real like resources, so you have everything there. So can you please tell everybody where they can find you on all the social medias?
um we'll go to Sadiaa first. So SADIAA.com. All of the social media is Sadiaa Beauty. So type that in on IG, and you can type in Sadiaa Beauty on Facebook. I am located. You can find me at Afrokin, AFROCKIN, because I'm Afrokin. I'm African who rocks. You know
I
what
love
I'm
it.
saying?
I got because it's like well no because we can sit up here and talk all day because I know because there's so many.
Yeah, my bad. You got to edit this. So,
No, and I do have a lot of questions. I'm gonna have to come. We're gonna have to come back again because I got my questions. Because I
you
want
still
to
got
know.
questions?
There's some. I got some hype here. I got questions about some hairstyles and some things that have happened,
Okay.
and I want to know. Like, I want to know why I couldn't have been on the cover. But then again, we're gonna talk because it is an accomplishment, y'all. If you are from the not back,
From the 90s and the 2000s, 1999.
yes, you would understand how dope it was for you to have your hairstylist submit your picture to be in
To be
hype hair.
featured. Yeah,
And
that was a big
you
deal.
and then you take the page and put it on the wall and then you curl up on the edges. Never mind. We that's
Girl, people still be tagging and on like, I remember when, and I'm like, yo, that was 12 years ago, ma.
no.
That's the glory days. I get it. I totally get it. It was 20 years ago though.
I'm
But yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry because I listen. I had my little No Limit Soldier chain and everything, and I could have my ponytail.
from,
I could have been in hype hair, but my
you
picture.
could have.
I
You could have.
know.
You
But she
could have.
did that sleek ponytail. I was cute. Okay, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. But my picture didn't get chosen, so therefore I eat a little bit bitter. And
Well,
because
at some point I'm gonna have something like that on Sadiaa. I'm
you
not there yet, just because I want to see if they still continue it, then I won't. But if they don't, that's definitely something I would pick back up, because I love us being to celebrate us. Because at this point, then I can say this is a black stylist that did this.
yes, and I want to be one of those people that is featured. So therefore, y'all let her do it, please. Okay, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I can't thank you enough because I'm
Thank you,
definitely, you know,
sis.
I'm gonna reach back out because we're gonna talk about some stuff in the new year on how people have messed their hair up during the quarantine. Okay.
We can talk about it all. We can get into hair conversations. Look, we'll figure something out. I'm here for it all, Mama. I appreciate you just taking all this time with me.
Cause it is so crazy because it's like I love the fact that my conversations are real. You know, this is all going up, so therefore I eat. It is what it is. Y'all gonna get this real conversation because I'm like this all the time. I just got off the block list from Jesus, so I'm good. Okay, so we good.
Mhm.
So I'm so thankful to have met you. I'm so excited because I can't wait to put this up and have people laugh with us and go to the website as we talk about it and people see it.
Right? I pray. That's the prayer that we connect. That it's just another point of connection for us. That's it.
Yes. And yeah, and I'll let Shell know too. So yes, definitely. I'm so excited because I love it. So thank you so much, and you have a great evening.
Thank you. You too, Mama. Blessings. Besos.
Bye.
Bye.